And what in heaven's name brought you to Casablanca?
My health. I came to Casablanca for the waters.
The waters? What waters? We're in the desert.
I was misinformed.
He taught me, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
You're tearing me apart!
What?
You say one thing, he says another, and everybody changes back again!
Lucky to have our next guest on. He is Bob Weerts, owner of Dustlock. Bob, how are you doing today?
Good, Al. How are you?
I'm good. I'd like you to defend yourself if you would. Your name has been invoked on this program a couple times last week. When I saw you were coming on, I'm like, wait a minute, we were just chatting about him. Couple things. This guy, Len Domes with the Warrior Volleyball program was on last week. He couldn't have been more glowing of you and you hooked him up with a gymnasium, that sort of thing. He couldn't have been more glowing. That's a nice little program they got going on up there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's working out really well. They talked to you about the Gophers coming in, right? And
that's exactly, yes. He came up, said the Gophers were coming this summer, and it's just a great, and nonprofit, I don't know if he's making money or not. It's a great volleyball program, and there's a lot of volleyball programs, I get it, but this is for kids who can't, just don't have the cash to do all that traveling and that sort of thing. Gym space costs nothing. These kids get in here, like you say, Minnesota Gopher volleyball women are coming down. It's just a nice program. And then I love the idea that they do this program where they adopt, if you want a better term for it, some special needs kids in our area, and they follow them around. The first time I saw them, they were bowling up in Mankato for a big bowling tournament, and all these volleyball gals were teaming up with one of the Special Olympians, and they couldn't have had a better time, Bob. I just think it's a great program.
that's what it's all about, Al. What you can do. It's not what goes on, but it's what you can do for the other kids. And that's a great program for them kids there. I really like that.
And then the other thing, and again, I just be kissing up all over the place. Tonight happens to be for the Bravo Zulu House in Mankato. I'm going to get 4 to 6 o'clock is their ceremonial grand opening. And we've had Tim Murray on a couple times. That's in your neck of the woods, the house itself, right? I mean, that's out in Winnebago, that area?
Right. It's just northwest of Winnebago.
He, the last time he was on, also threw your name out. This is why you can defend yourself if you will. He said you're a great supporter. Just couldn't believe the amount of everything that your construction company has done. They really were. Yeah.
Well, anytime we can help support the soldiers or the veterans like that, that's the way to go. I don't have never had any remorse doing anything like that. And I thank the good Lord that the companies the good Lord's given us enough money to help support these things.
Well, and it's great. And again, that big grand opening ceremony thing's going on tonight in Mankato at the big Mankato Mayo ballroom thing. Thank you for coming on. Again, I wanted you to defend yourself because all these people are saying nice things about you, and I thought that'd probably bother you a little bit.
It does.
I want to throw out, so last year, I don't know, midway through the year, I got you and your company to throw that dust lock on my back driveway. I'm guessing I've got 150 feet of, well, what is it, alley that is mine for my driveway. And it's rock, and it's always dusty, and my wife is always complaining. So you guys came out here and put the dust lock stuff down. Now, I don't know if last year it was a little wet. I don't know if it was a great test. But you'll recall when the spring came up, and we had that 10, 20 days where we didn't get any water. It was 80 degrees for a high. And I'm thinking, okay, we're going to see this stuff crumble away. It's amazing. How long does this stuff last? There was nothing. And now it's raining today, and I'm thinking, okay, it's got to wash away. How long does this dust lock stuff last, Bob?
No, it don't wash away. That's good. That's one thing about it. Now you got the chloride. We do both. We do chloride and soybean oil, so we can do both. But that dust, that soybean oil, that really works well. I mean, it stays right there. You go out to my gravel pit, it's just like a blacktop highway out there.
Yeah, but and so for folks who don't know, we got a lot of folks, new listeners like over in Rochester, that sort of thing. You talk soybean oil or chloride. What we're talking about is you come out on a gravel or I don't know, you wouldn't put it on top of a cement, but on a gravel, dusty road. And this isn't just like my driveway. You're talking major highways, roads up in big cities, right? Or like I think you said you did New Ulm.
Yeah, we did the gravel pit there in New Ulm. We did some work. We did work in Worthington. We did the city streets over in Worthington by the trailer court. We do parking lots. We do gravel pits. campsites, hog sites, where you get around the hog building with the dust and chicken plants there. Chicken sites, same thing. We do that. And we've done a lot of parking lots and just everything. We do it because it hangs. One thing about chloride, chlorides, you can get the dogs and the dogs will lick it and that's not good. But the soybean oil, we do both. So we're good at either ones. But the soybean oil, it doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't get in the water. It doesn't, it's not salt. It gets in the river or whatever. That's where the campsites like it because it's pet friendly and everything works very well that way and it stays. Well, we did Flying Goose over there.
Over in Fairmont.
Yeah, and he likes it.
How does it work, Bob? I mean, it's not just, I presume you're not going to give me the ingredients and the secret sauce.
It's soybean oil. It's soybean oil.
For the most part, it's soybean oil, but you're just plain soybean oil. You're just getting out of a rendering plant or something. Then you have the equipment to whoosh it onto the side. What is it?
No, we get it out of a soybean plant.
Okay.
The last load just come from Eagle Grove, Iowa, and there's two different kinds. There's the esters and the other oil. We mix them together, and that's how we get the treatment we get.
Okay, and then talk me through it if I'm listening, and I'm like, I would like that, because the dust staying down is just amazing to me. It like you say, it's almost like concrete.
We blade it with our truck. We have a blade underneath our truck. We level it off, try to get all your potholes, and if it's rough, we'll try to get that leveled off, and then we spray it with the soybean oil, and then we put sand on top of it so it doesn't track.
Okay.
And then that sets it right up, and you get a nice days, like some nice hot days. It really sets up well.
And again, how long is that setup then? If I get her done in the morning, just stay off it for a day. Do I got to take a week? What?
No. You can drive on it that afternoon. It doesn't take long at all, really.
Oh well, okay. And you guys do this all around. What? How big an area do you cover, Bob?
Well, we got an office in Nebraska. We do Nebraska. We're doing Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We're in South Dakota, northern Minnesota, all of Minnesota, down into Iowa. So we do about 5 states.
Okay, and if we can, you guys did my driveway. I appreciate it. I mean, but that can't be your sweet spot. Come out to Al's driveway, do the one pass down. I understand that you'll do driveways, but is it like you were talking about campgrounds, bigger areas, these hog lots? I know when I was on your website, you were doing mass streets, like you say in Wilmer or whatever. What is it that where's your sweet spot?
I do anything. I don't care. I'm not hard to get along with. If we can make a buck, we'll go do it. But we try to do it the right way.
Yeah.
Like them city streets, like a Good Thunder. We've done Good Thunder for the last, they've been doing it for the last 10 years because the guy I bought out, he used to do it for him. What really works good, Al, is if you got some asphalt chips, recycled asphalt, you put that down and that sets up just like blacktop. That's what the city of Good Thunder's got in their streets. And you can call the city of Good Thunder and they'll tell you they like it. It works very well.
Well, let's do this, Bob. If you got 2 minutes, can we go to break and we'll talk about how do people actually get a hold of you and get this thing done? How big an area we'll talk about. I've got him. He's Bob Weerts. He's the owner of Dust Lock. You hear their program here. Talk about them on the show here. Bob's quite involved with a lot of stuff. That's what we started with. But I want to talk about more with Dust Lock right after this.
Dust from gravel roads and driveways does more than make your car dirty inside and out. It gets down into your lungs, and it's bad for your health. Now there's an environmentally friendly solution for your dust problems. It's called Dust Lock. Dust Lock can control all your summer dust problems with just one application. Protect your vehicle and your lungs. Learn more at dustlock.com.
You know that car sound that sounds like a cricket playing a banjo? Jay's can fix that. You know when you step on the brakes and your car sounds like a pair of tennis shoes in the dryer? Paul is a guy who specializes in that. And you know that sound that never happens when the mechanic's around? Paul took a whole course on that. If you own a car, you need to know Paul. Paul owns Jay's Auto Shop, 202 North Main Street, Blue Earth, 525-1052, 525-1052.
need to ask him his opinion more than once. Al Travis on The Al Travis Show.
We've got him, the owner of Dust Lock, Environmental Dust Control in the Midwest, on the program with us. Like you say, had it done on my driveway, and quite honestly, the fear was that this oil, soybean oil, was going to be dragged into the house. We have Duke, who is uncontrollable dog. We got none of that. My wife was very impressed when it was done. It hardened up very quickly. And now we've seen almost everything. I've had some real big dry spells, the wet, it's even raining today, and it seems to stay locked in. Let me ask you this, if I can, Bob, and maybe it's closeness, maybe it's proximity to water, that sort of thing. What would be the difference why because I don't know, would pick chloride or soybean oil for a particular project? Because you have both.
Well, it depends upon the price, what you want to do.
Okay.
It's just all down to price.
Well, and again, you're talking like
I tell you what, like at
by
the
water
gravel pit.
Yeah.
I got the pond there, and I put soybean oil because it stays. It's hard there.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of traffic out there at the gravel pit.
Well, mine is because it's all about golfing for me, but you're talking campgrounds. You don't want it too close to the water. You can keep the campground sites down. The golf courses would be another one. You would really want to make sure it's grass friendly.
I thought you were pretty high powered. You could get that done at that Rose Lake.
But you haven't got it done yet. When you're dealing with committees, you probably know this more than anybody. When there's a committee of people, it's got to go through a ton. But my point is that soybean oil doesn't kill grass. I mean, I presume this is what their biggest concern is, so that works. But then on bigger projects, like you say, the road work you do, or large hog lots, that's a commercial talks about.
Well, we're doing Smith Trucking. You heard of Smith Trucking in Worthington?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
we've done their lot 3 years now.
And
the city of Worthington, we do that. When we go over there, we do that.
But do you go over? I guess my point is, do I tell you this is what I want? And because I would have no chloride to soybean oil, I guess I'd go soybean oil because I know what it is.
Well, chloride is more corrosive. See, and a lot of guys, people don't like that.
Oh, fair enough.
Because it gets on their vehicles and it corrodes it. I mean, it does. I mean, some people need it. Some people like it. I've used both. I'll be honest with you. I've used both, and I've used. We had something last year that the guy had a little extra, and I tried it, and I really liked it. It was hemp oil.
Oh, hemp, as in marijuana oil, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they had some excess, and I tried it on a couple, and it really worked good. I tried to get some more, and I couldn't get it.
Try why it's all gone. So let me ask you this: what can a guy do to give this a shot? Go to dustlock.com. That's easy enough to start. Dustlock.com.
Give us a call, and we'll come out and look at it and talk to you.
Okay, but we're talking across the entire state. A lot of this can be done. I mean, how far do your trucks roll? Where's your...
We do the whole state of Minnesota. We do North Dakota. We do South Dakota. We got the state. Okay. We did the state fairgrounds in South Dakota. We go to Yankton. We go to Columbus, Nebraska. We got to do 5 sites in Columbus. Like I said, we got not an office. We got soybean oil down there. And so we do Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota.
Is this
Iowa?
I mean, I would think this is your prime time, if you will, right? I mean, if you want to get the best bang for your buck, call up now, get a Dust Lock now, because you got the entire summer to enjoy the process.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah, now's the time.
And
we've been busy. We've really been busy. We went through, I think, 4 semi-loads of oil so far. That's a lot of oil.
And might I ask, doesn't matter what kind of soybean oil, you just get it from any of the...
We got the
refineries here.
It's just a residue of what they get from soybean oil.
Okay, and so that's interesting inside business. So with all these refineries, that's the thing. All these soybean plants, you're just taking their leftovers and saying, "Hey, what can I get for it?" and that sort of thing. I mean, you're just
no. We have a broker that gets it, looks for it for us.
Oh, okay.
And he does that. Scott's really a good guy, and he takes care of me.
All right, that's fair enough. But
just call the office and talk to Carol. Carol's my daughter-in-law. Her and Todd are doing it.
Okay, easy enough. Dust, I'm looking for the, I see the Dust Lock. Let me see if I get contact. There it is. Let me throw a number out.
800-797-0033.
There you go. 800-797-0033. Call that number or go to dustlock.com and you can get all the information. Bob, I love having the program. I thank you. I'm actually heading up to that thing in Mankato today. We'll see Tim Murray there, and he can't speak highly enough of you.
You're not going out there tomorrow? You're not going out there tomorrow?
They're opening it up while I'm on the air.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yeah. So I'm going to go up to the ceremonial thing this evening.
Okay.
Which is But I know he speaks very highly of you and all that you guys have done to help them pour that thing. I believe they're going to get right on a women's house next, and you'll be behind it, I'm sure. I thank you.
I told them where to go already, and see, I don't know if did he tell you the story? They're going to remodel that old house out there.
No, give me the story.
I told him he's crazy. So why would you remodel this old house? Just build a new one. No basement, no nothing. Get it done, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
It'll be cheaper.
As I understand it, that thing, he's got $1.5 million raised. This is going to take care of business. They open up ceremonially tonight in Mankato, 4 to 6 at the Mayo Clinic event center, whatever they call it. And then tomorrow is actually the ribbon cutting out at the house itself in Winnebago. This is really going to be something.
9 o'clock.
Yeah. So I can't make that, but I'm going to go there this evening to be a part of the ceremonial thing. Appreciate you, Bob. Appreciate what you do for the community. Dome can't talk highly enough of you and all you've done for the Warriors. I appreciate you being on the program. You have yourself a good summer, my friend.
Thanks, Al. Hey, Gil's coming in today, too. You know that, right?
Now, okay, inside baseball, Gil Goodnick is a good friend of Bob's, and Gil comes on our program every other week. And actually, and I should not do this, but I will, he backed out last Tuesday. He was supposed to be on last Tuesday, and something came up, and I told my wife, I said, I'll bet you he's with Bob. I'll bet him and Bob did something. No.
No. No.
He ended up having to back out, but that's fine. I thought it was probably because of you. Bob, appreciate you coming on the show, my friend.
Thanks, Al.
He's Bob Weerts. Go to dustlock.com.
Achieving